Good morning. How you doing today? Good? Well, that's good. I'm blessed, not stressed. So, what's today's topic going to be? Well, today's topic is going to be found in Romans 12, verse 3. For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as God hath dealt to every man the measure of faith. See, sometimes, in life, we're told to be self-sufficient, right? Obviously, Christ flips the script on that, but we're told to be self-sufficient. And what happens when you become actually self-sufficient? Well, you tend to boast about it. You're just like, man, I just got this killer workout in, or man, I just got this killer job, or man, I'm just getting all this money, or I'm getting all this fame, or I'm getting all this, and you just think too highly of yourself when you really shouldn't. We're not to think of ourselves more highly than we ought to be, right? Because ultimately, no one is higher above us than Christ. But we could never be at his level. However, there's no excuse not to try to be better, to try to be like him, right? There's no excuse not to do that. In fact, that's what, we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be like him. Follow him each day. Surrender to him every day. And, well, that just becomes a part of our normal routine. But some people, while they're in the world, they think they're so great because of their accomplishments. But sometimes in the church, you get people that think they're so great that they think more highly of themselves than others because they tithe the most. They say, "Oh, I just paid $500 to the church this Sunday. Well, I had an extra bonus in this check. I thought the bonus went to the Lord. Oh my goodness, I'm such a good servant." It's not about that. It's not about how much you do. It's about why you do it. You're not supposed to think so highly of yourself that you're above others. You're supposed to think that you're below others or with others. Why? Because of your status. If it wasn't for Jesus, you wouldn't be saved. If it wasn't for Jesus, you would not have a future because you would be stuck in your past every day. You would have no future. You would just go on aimlessly through life, ultimately to be discarded in hell by a creator who loved you, but you chose yourself and not Christ. But thankfully, Jesus did what he did so we can do what we do now, which is speak the word, learn the word, and share the word, right? That's something important. I don't think a lot of people realize that when you're speaking the word, you're sharing the word. You're sharing it with people. Some people think to be a preacher, you gotta have all this Bible knowledge. Sometimes preaching isn't just that. Sometimes all it is just sharing your testimony with somebody. Because you're preaching, you're speaking what God has done in your life. See, it's not our job to drag somebody to the cross, to trick someone into being a Christian. No. You don't tell them, "Oh, just repeat this prayer and you'll be fine. Repeat after me." See, if you tell them repeat after me, that is not them actually making a confession. Did you know that? That is just having them repeat your words. Newsflash, everybody, in case you didn't know that. But all you're doing is having them repeat your words. You're not having them actually make a genuine confession of faith. If anyone is listening and they genuinely want to be a Christian, I strongly recommend reading the Word and then reading Romans 10. Yes, Romans 10. Some people will just tell you to read the 4 verses in Romans 10, do the Romans walk. Right? No. I say read for yourself. I know it's a big book. I know that you think it's going to take time, but you got that time. The same time you put into making excuses to not reading the Word could be put towards reading the Word and seeking the Lord in His Word. Because I can tell you right now, I 100% know and believe that Christ is Lord. I 100% believe. Just putting this out there. I'm not repeating after nobody. I am putting it out there. I do believe that God exists. Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. He died for my sins and for yours. And, I have repented. I'm still in the process. I'm not perfect, but it's a process. We just got to trust in His progress, right? Anyways, that's it for today. God bless you all.